I think I'm here judging you. I'm just trying to understand you.
Yeah.
And I got some demons. You ain't in my world when it comes to demons.
Yeah.
Big things about
Sure,
hey, but
man.
just tell me why.
It was just like, I just feel like, that's a child. I feel like a child
Man.
ain't at 12 can't make that decision. I feel like that's just how I feel. And certain things I talk about like that, I just feel like that was going too far.
I agree with you.
You calling him or her, like that's just going too far.
Hey, but just tell me why.
So that was Boosie on Mike Tyson new podcast that he has out. And like I said, if y'all don't know, Boosie came out, I believe, like this year earlier and said, like, look, Dwayne, you going too far. You calling your son a her because he came out saying that,
His son was
a girl.
a girl.
He transitioned, to that period. And, Boosie was like, look, going too far, bro. You calling, I think what Boosie's stand is like, look, they're too young to know that.
Yeah. It's funny. I forgot that. I didn't even think that situation was getting brought up again. But, I did feel that same way, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What D-Wade was doing too much?
No. I did feel like his son was young.
Yeah.
Like, I think a little too young to even make that decision. I feel like there's so much life to live before you can really, even have a, thought like that. Well, maybe not have a thought like that, but have the right to have an action based on that thought, because it just seemed like, you know what I mean? I think his son was what, like?
He said he was 12.
12, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you just starting to like you're still growing up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with that being said, I mean, if that's how he feels, that's how he feels. I don't know. I think a lot of people in, and not even just the black community, I think a lot of dads in general, right? Like, we're so used to dads being afraid of their kids being different. Right?
Mostly sons, yeah.
Mostly sons. Like, I think most dads are so afraid of their kids being different because of how they're going to be looked at in the world. You know what I mean? And I think most straight dads fear that their sons are going to be gay. You know what I mean? That's
I
just,
agree.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a fear that I think a lot of people have.
And a lot of people will question why.
Yeah.
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, that's just something that dads, per se, have.
But it's...
And, no, my fault.
No, you good.
But you can't sit there and blame him for not feeling that way.
And that's why I respected D-Wade on that side, because unlike most common dads, he seemed like he was supportive of his son.
Well, yeah. Well, let's be honest, bro. If, that's D-Wade. If it came out saying that he didn't support him, how would he look?
But, bro, and that's what I mean, though. Because he could have obviously been like, yo, I don't give a fuck what y'all think. I'm not cool with my son feeling like this, yada, yada. He could have been like that.
Right.
But he did. He supported his child. I don't think people are giving him enough credit for that. Granted, yes, his son was obviously, going through something, and if that's how, his child feels, then that's how his child feels. I felt like as a parent, he did the right thing in supporting his kid instead of just being, very, like toxic and like being like, yo, yo, he could have straight up been like, yo, you kicked out, like you getting out of my house thinking like that. Like, he could have been like that.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Bro, there's a million ways that could have went down. But, I think that it was respectful of him to do that because he really didn't have to do that. He was a dad that was taking responsibility for his child, so I don't know. I see, but that's where I also understand where Boosie comes from in the aspect of he feels like he was doing a little too much. And I do think some of this stuff is kind of out in the open more than it should be, but I mean,
same thing. Cause I was just looking it up right now. Because I remember, Magic Johnson, his son, came out that he was gay.
Yeah.
And Magic, I mean, it's not specifically the words, but it says it right here. His wife told him, after the discussion, Magic's wife made sure to let him know that his reaction wasn't okay. Magic admitted to blurting out the first thing that came out to his mom. But the next day he apologized to his son as he emotionally told him that they were going through this. Magic added that he just needed more time. Because, like you said, as fathers, they're like you said, they're afraid of their son, saying that, Dad, I'm gay.
Right.
And, like D-Wade's situation and Magic's situation was just both different because, like you said, D-Wade came out, like you said, all right, I'm cool with it. But with Magic, he like, yo, I need some time. Because I think as a father, you don't expect that from your son, if that makes sense.
Nah, yeah, most definitely.
I don't think that you expect your son to just be like, Dad, I'm gay. Because that would be first of all, for the son, that would be a tricky situation. Because it's like, yo, how do you approach your father?
Your dad like that, especially knowing your dad. Like,
right.
Because you don't know, like, every kid knows their dad. Like, your dad could be like...
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Spaz out over some shit like
That's
that.
what I'm saying. So it's like, as a kid, or as a son, no matter what age, that's a difficult conversation to have. And then as a dad, depending on who you are, it's like, what?
Yeah.
What?
That's going to catch you off guard.
Bro. Right. So, I mean, I guess it depends on what dad you have, but at the same time, like you said, I mean, like I say, what was D-Wade supposed to do? I mean, if he can, I don't like my son. What?
Right. What are you losing it? I think he did the right thing.
No, he did, but
I think he did the right thing. Like I said, I always had mad respect for D-Wade, not even as an athlete, but just as a person. So I respect it. I respect, the fact that he was supportive of his kid. That's just something that, family is going to have to go through. You know
That's
what
true.
I mean? That's just something they just going to have to go through.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, it's not a life or death situation. It's not like, somebody's going to, get harmed because of this or anything. Like, it's just a decision that was made, and, now that family has to go through it. But, worse things have happened to people. And I'm just glad that the kid has parents who,
I was about to go there, yeah.
The
kid is able to be comfortable.
Exactly.
Instead of worrying about, my dad don't like me.
Right, my dad don't like me. My mom don't like me. Like, nobody love me because of who I like. That's
Right.
not a good feeling, bro. You know what I mean? I know
Yeah.
there's plenty of people who's going through that right now. So, I mean, respect to the fact that the parents are actually embracing their kids.